Donahue, AP News.
I know 0.0 about technology, but I did get a programmable thermostat. You know you can make it so the air's not running while you're gone, and when you get home, the house is still a perfect temperature. It feels really good when I'm paying the electric bill. I'm saving $280 a year just by pushing a few buttons. What can you do? Find out how the little changes add up at togetherwesave.com.
This message is brought to you by Intercounty Electric Cooperative, your Touchtone Energy Cooperative.
Good afternoon and welcome to KSMO Radio. Let's take a look at that noon hour weather situation. First of all, I want to make sure our listeners are aware that the National Weather Service has issued an extreme heat warning that will remain in effect until 8 p.m. Wednesday evening. Now for your forecast today, partly sunny and hot with a high near 94. Heat index value will be as high as 105 degrees with westerly winds around 6 miles per hour. We expect partly cloudy skies tonight with a low temperature around 74. We'll have a light and variable wind. Then tomorrow, sunny and hot with a high near 96. Tomorrow's heat index value will be as high as 106. Calm winds become northwesterly around 5 miles per hour. Tomorrow night, skies will be mostly clear with a low around 74 degrees with a light and variable wind. Then Wednesday, we have a 50-50 chance of showers and thunderstorms Wednesday afternoon with sunny skies, and we'll be hot with a high near 93. We'll have a light and variable winds. Wednesday night, we have a chance of showers and thunderstorms. That chance of precipitation for Wednesday night is 50%. We'll have mostly cloudy skies, low temperature around a very cool sounding 67 degrees. Then Thursday, we have a chance of showers with thunderstorms also possible after 7 a.m. Thursday morning. Chance of precipitation on Thursday is 50%. We'll have partly sunny skies, and our high temperature will be near 82, you heard me right, 82 degrees. Then Thursday night, mostly cloudy with a low around 62. Then Friday, mostly sunny and a cold situation with a high temperature near 79 degrees. We'll be down in the upper 50s Friday night with partly cloudy skies and low around 59. Then Saturday, mostly sunny with a high near 78. Saturday night, we expect partly cloudy skies, low temperature around 57 degrees, and Sunday, mostly sunny, with our high temperature on Sunday near 83 degrees. And that's your noon hour weather update brought to you by all of us here at KSMO, where it's now time for the Brownfield Commentary and Midday Livestock Report.
Have you seen TownScreen yet? It's one of the most affordable ways to get your message out in the community. With strategically placed vertical screens in numerous locations in Salem, check it out at the Salem Community Center at the Armory, Aranda's Mexican Restaurant, and Taxmasters, just to name a few. Find out more about how you can use TownScreen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained. TownScreen in Salem.
Hello, everyone. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield, and this is my 2 cents. Farming practices in America have faced public scrutiny for over a century, but the nature of that scrutiny has changed dramatically. While I won't claim that all farmers and ranchers always get it right, I challenge anyone to name a profession where everyone consistently practices perfect stewardship. People make mistakes. Agriculture is no exception. Of course, some individuals choose not to act responsibly. There's always a rotten apple in the bunch, but for most, stewardship is about personal responsibility, caring for the air, water, land, and animals in ways that sustain them for future generations. I believe most people, regardless of background, would agree with that. Where things get tricky is how agricultural practices are perceived. There's a growing disconnect between what's happening on farms and how that work is viewed by the public. More and more tools like antibiotics, pesticides, GMOs, and climate-controlled barns are targeted by critics who claim the moral high ground. These tools help improve efficiency and reduce waste, yet they're often painted as harmful or unethical. These judgments are often based on perception, not science or first-hand experience. Misinformation about agriculture is rampant and fueled by organized groups shaping public opinion. Unfortunately, sometimes even within our own industries, farmers criticize each other. It's time to shift the conversation. Instead of finger pointing, we should ask, What can I do better? Agriculture isn't one size fits all. Stewardship isn't about moral superiority. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield. That's my 2 cents.
At Social Security, we are always thinking of ways to save you time and make things easier. That's why we created My Social Security. A My Social Security account allows you to access your earnings history and benefits information, request a replacement Social Security card, get a proof of income letter, estimate and apply for benefits, and more. Save time. Go online. Open a My Social Security account at ssa.gov/myaccount. Social Security. Securing today and tomorrow.
Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Hi, I'm Leland Melvin, and I traveled to space twice as a NASA astronaut. Space technologies help protect our precious Earth. Space helps us monitor changes in carbon emissions, track the pace of climate change. It even helps us fight natural disasters. Make sure that you get out to your local science museum or go to spaceforall.us to explore and learn about space and science. Space is for all.
Have you checked out the Country Mart website at www.tcmarkets.com? If not, you really need to. You'll find their weekly specials, coupons, inside the store information, and also tasty recipes from TC Markets on there as well. Plus, don't forget to like Country Mart's Facebook page. Like or comment on it for a chance to win something from the deli, and the winner will be announced on Wednesday each week. Just another reason to shop at Country Mart in Salem. In a world where everything is digital, your payments should be too. Time is precious. Digital payments provide a quick and simple way to make secure purchases. The Bank of Salem recognizes the need for digital payment convenience and is excited for you to enjoy a new way to pay. We now support Apple Pay, Google Pay, Fitbit, Garmin, and MasterPass. To enroll, call, or stop by either Bank of Salem location today and let us help make your shopping experience easier. Message and data rates may apply. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Cattle business and cash hogs were sharply lower. Good morning. I'm Megan Grebner with your Brownfield Livestock Market Report. There was a light round of direct cash cattle trade that developed late in the day Friday. Live deals in Iowa were marked at $240 to $242. Dress deals in Nebraska were marked at $380, which was about $1 higher than the prior week's weighted average basis in Nebraska. More business was expected to develop after mandatory reporting times. At the Herod Livestock Market in South Dakota, the best test was on steers 950 to 999 pounds. Those were $2 to $7 higher. Steers 1,000 to 1,099 pounds were $10 to $13 higher in a narrow comparison. The USDA says demand was very good for the light offering of yearlings, which sold in loads and strings. All cattle came out of yards, and flesh conditions were mostly moderate to moderate plus. Quality was mostly attractive, and the market was active. Medium and large one feeder steers, 952 to 999 pounds, brought $320.50 to $325.50. Box beef closed lower with light demand for moderate offerings. Choice was down $1.41 at $366.68. Select was $2.13 lower at $344.87. Estimated cattle slaughter was 96,000 head, down 5,000 on the week and down nearly 17,000 on the year. Cash hogs closed sharply lower with a fairly light negotiated run. Processors weren't very aggressive in their procurement efforts to finish the week. The cash market continues to struggle with consistency. Demand has been its biggest supporter recently. Farrows and yields at the National Daily Direct were down 334 with a weighted average of 110.27. The Iowa Minnesota was 349 lower with a weighted average of 110.79. And the Western Corn Belt was down 222 with a weighted average of 110.67. Pork values closed higher, up $1.32 at $118.86. Ribs, butts, and loins were all sharply higher. And estimated hog slaughter was 447,000 head, down 16,000 on the week and up about 11,000 on the year. At the CME, live and feeder cattle were higher, watching direct business develop and waiting for Friday's cattle reports from the USDA. And lean hog futures were mostly lower, pressured by weak cash business and ongoing uncertainties around demand. For the latest in market news, go to brownfieldagnews.com. I'm Megan Grebner for Brownfield.
Jan is a single mom with 2 growing kids. She's working 2 jobs to make ends meet and gets home just in time to tuck them in for bed.
Mommy, I'm hungry.
In every community, people are working, yet over 47 million people face hunger. You can help. The National Association of Farm Broadcasting invites you to help people facing hunger, including 1 out of every 5 children. Your donation stays in your community. Go to nafbhunger.com and help end hunger.
Wounded Warrior Project has been there for me since that first day in the hospital. They got me out of the house. They got me connected with other veterans, and they helped me face my PTSD. They support me and my family at every turn. And now I'm helping other warriors realize that they're not alone.
Through our hands-on programs, supportive community, and ongoing advocacy, we help post-9/11 veterans realize what's possible. Learn more at woundedwarriorproject.org/possible.
That has been the Brownfield Commentary and Midday Livestock Report. It is now time for a look at updated funeral announcements being brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Your World Today has been serving Dent County for over 30 years, and it's 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read. They are available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker, and online at our website, KSMOradio.com. Your World Today. Be sure and pick one up every weekday or check it out online. Thomas Ray Anderson, formerly of Salem, passed away Wednesday, July 23rd. Funeral services for Thomas Anderson will be today at 1 o'clock at the Wilson Mortuary, Salem Chapel. Visitation for family and friends of Thomas Anderson started at 12 noon and will continue till service time at 1 o'clock. Burial will be in the Corinth Baptist Church Cemetery. Memorial contributions may be made to the Corinth Baptist Church Cemetery Fund. Memorial envelopes will be available, and all arrangements for Thomas Ray Anderson, formerly of Salem, are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem. Perry Kimry, age 95, of Roby, passed away July 25th. Visitation for family and friends of Perry Kimry will be today from 6 to 8 this evening at the Plato Christian Church. Funeral services will be held tomorrow at 11 o'clock in the morning at the Plato Christian Church, with interment following at the Long Hollow Cemetery. And all arrangements for Perry Kimry of Roby, Missouri, are under the direction of the Evans Funeral Home. That has been a look at updated funeral announcements, and it was brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Your World Today is the only daily news flyer in Dent County. It is available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker. And be sure and check out Your World Today online at our website, KSMOradio.com. Your World Today has been serving Dent County for over 30 years, and the best part about it is absolutely free.
What's the fastest way for you to get yourself up to date on the latest in news, sports, weather, and obituaries that costs you absolutely nothing? It's Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County now for over 20 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they're available in over 30-plus locations in Salem and in Bunker. Your World Today. Pick one up every weekday. They're free.
It is now time for a look at local news, and it's being brought to you by Southwest Baptist University Salem Campus. SBU's Salem Campus provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Denton County and the surrounding area. For more on degrees and programs, stop by SBU's Salem Campus today at 501 South Grand Street or call 573-729-7071. I'm Bob Parsons reporting. The Denton County Commission met this morning in the courthouse. Dave Thompson from Denton County Road 4020 was in attendance and thanked the Commission for work done on the road, but said the hill was still in need of attention. 2nd District Commissioner Jimmy Williams said he would look into it. In the road report, 1st District Commissioner Keith Green said a new tire will be put on the Mantis brush cutter before crews continue work on County Roads 5080 and 5085. He also said a crew will be changing out grader blades on 2 graders before moving them to the Bunker area for grading scheduled on Tuesday. 2nd District Commissioner Williams stated new driveway pipes will be installed on county roads 2010, 2050, and 2110. Rock will also be added to those roads where needed. He said grading would be done on Denton County roads 2180, 2183, 2185, and 4290, while a down limb will be removed on Denton County Road 3233. Presiding Commissioner Gary Larson had nothing to report, and Denton County Clerk Angie Curley said bills and payroll were being approved. The next meeting of the Commission will be Thursday morning at 9 o'clock at the Denton County Courthouse, and that meeting will be open to the public. An accident occurred Friday afternoon around 2:10 in Denton County on Highway 68 near County Road 3250. According to the Highway Patrol report, a 2015 Toyota Prius driven by a 69-year-old man from Festus was traveling northbound and failed to negotiate a curve. The Toyota traveled off the right side of the roadway and struck a pole. The man suffered moderate injuries and was transported by Salem Ambulance to Salem Memorial Hospital. According to the report, the man was wearing a safety restraint at the time of the accident. The Toyota was totaled and removed the scene by American Towing. An accident occurred Saturday morning around 5:15 in Crawford County on Highway 19, about 3 miles south of Steelville. According to the Highway Patrol report, a 2002 Honda Accord driven by an unknown person was traveling southbound and failed to negotiate a curve. The Honda began to skid and traveled off the left side of the roadway. The Honda then struck a tree, an unoccupied parked car, and the side of a garage before coming to rest. The driver fled the scene before officers arrived. A 34-year-old male from Salem, a 22-year-old male from Cuba, and a 20-year-old male from Sullivan all suffered moderate injuries and were all airlifted to Mercy Creve Coeur. It is unknown if any of the occupants were wearing safety restraints at the time of the accident. The Honda was totaled and removed from the scene by Miles & Sons Towing. Missouri families looking to save on back-to-school shopping will get a break during the state's annual back-to-school sales tax holiday, which begins this week, actually Friday at 12:01 a.m., Friday, August 1st, and continues through midnight on Sunday, August 3rd. During this 3-day period, purchase of qualifying school-related items will be exempt from both state and local sales taxes. The tax exemption applies to a variety of items essential for the upcoming school year. Clothing items priced at $100 or less per item are eligible, including apparel, footwear, and disposable diapers for both infants and adults. Materials used to make school uniforms or other school clothing are also included. However, items such as watches, jewelry, handbags, scarves, and similar accessories are not tax exempt. School supplies are also included, provided they do not exceed $50 per item. This category covers classroom essentials such as textbooks, notebooks, writing instruments, crayons, rules, backpacks, chalk, maps, handheld calculators under $150, and computer software valued at $350 or less. Items that are not eligible include sporting goods and sporting equipment, radios, office equipment, and other non-educational electronics. In addition, personal computers and computer peripheral devices priced at $1,500 or less qualify for the tax holiday. This includes laptops, desktops, and tower systems, as well as accessories like monitors, printers, scanners, mice, keyboards, and various internal hardware components. For 2025, all cities, counties, and special tax districts in Missouri are participating, meaning that shoppers will receive the full tax exemption across the state. Retailers are required to report their total gross receipts as usual for the month of August and should indicate sales made during the holiday as a negative adjustment on their return. More information about eligible purchases and reporting requirements is available at the Missouri Department of Revenue's website, which is dor.mo.gov. The Ozark River Solid Waste Management District is now accepting grant applications for the 2026 grant round through noon on Friday, August 15th. The workshop ensures the potential grantees. My sincere apologies. The copy that I've got in front of me for today's news broadcast was not fully updated, so I just want to start that story over again, and now I've updated it. The Ozark River Solid Waste Management District is now accepting grant applications for the 2026 grant round through noon on Friday, August 15th. Projects for the grants must be located in or benefit the Ozark Rivers District, which includes Crawford, Dent, Gasconade, Marys, Phelps, Pulaski, and Washington counties. Grants are available to city and county governments, businesses, schools, nonprofit organizations, citizens, and other interested parties to reduce the amount of waste being landfilled through waste reduction, reuse, recycling, and composting. The district's list of targeted materials is based on the state targeted materials list. In addition, the Ozark River Solid Waste Management District has identified multiple priority project areas to address specific needs in the district. However, all projects will be considered. Potential projects can focus on district priorities for education, end market development for recycled materials, waste reduction and reuse, hard-to-recycle items such as carpet and mattresses, food waste reduction or composting, construction and demolition waste, and special events, business, multifamily dwelling recycling. Some $140,927 is available for the grants this round. A more detailed list of priorities and targeted materials is included at MRPC. And that location to find out that information is www.ozarkrivers.org/grant-project/how-to-apply/. In its 2025 grant round, Ozark Rivers awarded $132,331.50 to fund or partially fund 5 projects throughout the 7-county district. These projects included assistance to local recycling programs and collection centers, along with district-wide programs for outreach and education, illegal dump cleanups, continued support of the household hazardous waste collection sites in Rolla and St. Robert, and special collections for electronics, appliances, and tires. The grant dollars awarded by Ozark Rivers comes through the Missouri Department of Natural Resources and represents a portion of the landfill tipping fees collected statewide. The grant application is available online at www.ozarkrivers.org. And if you'd like more information, contact Jill Hollowell at 573-265-2993. Ozark National Scenic Riverways plans to host 2 managed deer hunts at Big Springs this fall, providing special opportunities for youth and mobility impaired veterans. The application period for both hunts runs through July 31st. That's this week, folks. That's going to be ending. 10 hunters will be randomly selected for each event. The youth hunt is scheduled for December 6th and 7th. Applicants must apply online through the Missouri Department of Conservation at www.mdc.mo.gov/managed-hunt. The Exceptional Warrior Mobility Impaired Hunt will take place October 25th and 26th. Applications and details for this hunt are available at go.nps.gov/bigspringhunt2025. For additional information, visit the park's Facebook page, park website, or call 573-323-4236. Well, that has been a look at local news, and it was brought to you by SBU's Salem campus at 501 South Grand Street, where they offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, criminal justice, and elementary education. For more about SBU's Salem campus, contact admission counselor Chris Welch at Chris Welch retired. For more information, contact SBU Salem campus at 573-729-7071.
Southwest Baptist University campus in Salem provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding areas. The classes at SBU Salem campus are taught in the afternoon and evenings, making a degree attainable for people who are in the workforce or can't afford to go off to get a degree. We offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, criminal justice, elementary education. For more information on the degrees and programs, please contact admissions counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student. You may call 573-729-7071.
This is Glenn St. Paul Jr. with Classic Joyride in Salem. Have you been looking for a pickup truck but can't find what you want? Check out the trucks at Classic Joyrides in Salem with rollback prices. You can save thousands. Also, we have a lot of cars that get great mileage, and your trade is worth more at Classic Joyride. Come by and check them out today. All prices sell, and we pay cash for used vehicles at Classic Joyrides. Next to Country Mart in Salem, open Monday through Friday 9 to 5:30 and Saturday till noon, or online at ClassicJoyrideUsedCars.com.
Mosier Pharmacy at 900 South Main Street in Salem is the pharmacy that thinks of you first and how they can serve you better. They have covered parking close to the front door and also have a drive-up window. Mosier's offers discounts for seniors 55 years of age and older, plus they have a full line of vitamins, minerals, and herbal supplements. Mosier Pharmacy will be glad to deliver or mail out your prescription as well. So for all your pharmacy needs, stop by and see registered pharmacists Herschel and Julie Mosier or Joni Bryant at 900 South Main Street in Salem, or call Mosier Pharmacy at 729-3300.
It is now time for a look at local and regional sports, being brought to you as a courtesy of your Ozark sports leader, KSMO. The St. Louis Cardinals and San Diego Padres finished up their 4-game series over the weekend. On Friday, Mason Wynn and Yoel Poho combined for 3 RBIs, giving the Cardinals a 3-0 shutout of the Padres. On Saturday, a Jordan Walker double garnered the only run the Cardinals would score in the game, losing 3-1. Yesterday, the Padres jumped out to a 7-run lead before the Cardinals could respond, but it was too late and too little as the Birds on the bat fell 9-2 and split the series 2-2. The Cardinals will remain in St. Louis tonight as they'll start a 3-game series with the Miami Marlins live on KSMO Radio 1340 AM and 95.7 FM with the game coverage starting at 5:50. Kansas City Royals took their series against the Cleveland Guardians 2-1. It all started on Friday when the Royals defeated the Guardians 5-3. The Guardians responded on Saturday with a 6-4 victory. With the series tied, Miguel Garcia lifted the Royals past the Guardians with a home run, 2 RBIs, and a walk after 3 at-bats for a 4-1 final. The Atlanta Braves are in Kansas City to face the Royals tonight at 6:40. And that has been a look at local and regional sports brought to you as a courtesy of KSMO. Stay tuned for a look at sports from the Missouri Net.
Missouri Net Sports, I'm Bill Pollock. The Royals beat the Guardians 4-1 to take the rubber match. Michael Garcia hit a home run and had 2 RBIs. Noah Cameron struck out 6 batters over 5 shutout innings, grinding it out through the heat. Of course, he's from St. Joe, so he knows about Missouri summers.
It's hot, obviously, but it's baseball weather. It's kind of what I've always had growing up. We all would rather it be hot than cold any day. So one of those days, you just grind through.
The Royals added veteran outfielder Randall Grichuk, the former Cardinal. They worked out a deal with the Arizona Diamondbacks, and they're finalizing a contract extension with starter Seth Lugo. The 35-year-old was set to become one of the top free agents this winter, 2 years, $46 million. He's 7-5 this season with a 2.95 ERA. The Cardinals gave up 16 hits in a 9-2 loss to the Padres. Michael McGreevy gave up 7 runs on 9 hits, and he couldn't finish the 5th inning.
Inconsistency with the slider. That's my strikeout pitch. That's my rollover pitch. The misses were just too uncompetitive to a really good team that, kind of honey-holed me a little bit. They were able to cross the slider off.
All right, we got baseball tonight. The Royals hosting the Braves, and the Cardinals start a series with the Marlins. Mizzou football started fall camp, 21 transfers, and Eli Drinkwitz has to find a new quarterback, 2 receivers to replace half of their receiving yards lost from Theo Weiss and Luther Burden going to the NFL. And a starting running back.
Establishing the norms of your team, the rules of your team, the culture of your team. I think every year you just have to understand it starts over and you repeat the process.
Chiefs training camp linebacker Nick Bolton got a big compliment from defensive coordinator Steve Spagnuolo, who called Bolton the Patrick Mahomes of the defense. Bolton says this could be the best defense in the NFL.
Pretty good defense last year in terms of efficiency. We're actually going to be a top defense in this league. I think we got the personnel, the players, and the coaches to do so. I feel like we could be the #1 defense in this league, and that's my motivation as we keep going in training camp.
Bill Pollock, Missouri Net Sports.
What would it take for my child to only miss half a day of school for treatment?
What would it take to fund a cure for childhood cancer?
It would take all of us to come together to support the research.
Research to discover more effective treatments for the 1 in 285 children in the U.S. who will be diagnosed with cancer. Children's Cancer Research Fund is a national nonprofit dedicated to ending childhood cancer. Join us. Go to childrenscancer.org today.
Did you get a call or message that mentioned Social Security that made you feel threatened or scared? That is not the Social Security Administration. Social Security will not threaten you, press you for personal information, or demand instant payment. Social Security does not accept payments by gift card, prepaid debit card, internet currency, or by mailing cash. Criminals use these forms of payment because they are hard to trace. Don't fall for it. Hang up, ignore them. Report this criminal activity to oig.ssa.gov.
Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Step on in to the biggest event of the summer, the Missouri State Fair.
Step right up to exciting carnival rides.
Step into the rhythm of live music.
Step into the barns and see prize-winning animals up close.
Step right up for mouth-watering fair food.
And don't miss your chance for some plucky fun with the world's largest rubber duck, sponsored by WKG.
Step on in to the Missouri State Fair August 7 to 17 in Sedalia. Learn more and get your tickets at mostatefair.com.
Have you seen Townscreen yet? It's one of the most affordable ways to get your message out in the community. With strategically placed vertical screens in numerous locations in Salem, check it out at the Salem License Office, Roberts Judson Lumber Company, and the Main Street Country Corner Cafe, just to name a few. Find out more about how you can use Townscreen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained, Townscreen in Salem.
It is now time for news from the Missouri Net. Then stay tuned to KSMO. I'll be back after the top of the hour with your latest KSMO weather forecast.
Missouri Net News, I'm Ashley Bird. Missouri laws ban foreign donations in candidate campaigns, but non-U.S. citizens can still donate to ballot measure campaigns. So Washington County State Senator Ben Brown's bipartisan bill has become law to do away with this loophole.
Not only is this happening in Missouri, but out of all 50 states, Missouri actually ranks number 3. We're third in terms of most foreign dollars coming in to buy amendments to our Constitution.
A woman who spent more than 40 years in prison for a murder she did not commit is suing the city of St. Joseph and some former police officers. Sandra Hemmy's attorney, Justin Hill, says that she was framed.
They fed her bits and details about the crime until she unwittingly adopted those details.
There are 3 heat advisories for the next couple of days, including St. Louis, the northwest corner of Missouri, and southeastern and southern Missouri. This is Missouri Net.
You say you'd never give in to a meltdown.